Alright, continuing with Chapter 4, Annotation and Dimensions, on page 4-42. So, let's get to it. Dimensions. It's the letter T, spacebar. I'm sorry, not dimensions, annotation. So, we're going to write unfinished basement, all caps. Oh, before we do that, this changes to 9 inches. And standard, we'll change that to another font. We'll figure that out soon. So, unfinished basement. If I click out of it, now, there we go. So unfinished basement. And so this is the Anno text layer, annotation symbols. Let's go to that layer. Anno note, Anno text. Alright, so I'm going to double click on that so I make sure I'm on that layer. And there we go. That's the annotation layer. Let me make, let's bring this down. And where's the annotation layer? Annotation symbols. Okay, so let's move this down one and call this text. CO go MA. So I just copied and match properties. So that is annotation text. This I can get rid of. I think I just want to have that there so I don't have to keep copying it over and over again. I think I like this. Again, you can do this however you want. But I think I like this to be down here. And I like them together. That's fine. And the reason why I like them together is because there is different things going on. So, upper cabinetry, and you have a So this is the countertop. So is this, and so is that. This is the upper cabinetry. So is this. And then these are the lower cabinets. And I think I'm going to make this wider on purpose. So we can have a separation of items. So this will be countertops. I think I like that right there in the middle. This. And you might be asking yourself, well, why is he grabbing, all of these when, you can just base it off of these? Yeah, I could, but this is a typical configuration. So I don't mind grabbing these separate. Lower cabinetry, move. And I think that this can move this way. Again, we'll stretch this. And we'll do upper cabinetry. Again, you're welcome to do this however you like. I just think, to me, this makes a lot of sense. You might be asking yourself, well, why is he lining up the words? It's because I can, and I have a problem with making things perfect. Don't judge me. Alright, let me grab this. And let's... I think that grip is going to... Yeah. Alright. There we go. Let's stretch this back. Extend this. And then move. Bear with me. Again, just trying to get organized. Move. And I think these annotation symbols deserve their own box. So let's... Annotation symbols. Let's move these. There we go. I think these should be labeled as well. Again, you might be questioning my sanity, and that's okay. I would question it too. Alright. Honestly, once this is set up, like, it's going to be so much easier to deal with when that time comes for you to use these. I had this set up in my old firm, and I loved it. It was so easy to just get things done. So let's move this up. There we go. I'll fix those later. Don't judge me. I know some of you are like this too, and that's okay. So this is a section symbol. I'll just call it sections. This is elevations. And this is also elevations. This is door tags. And this is window tag. And this is exterior elevations. Okay, window tag's done, and then this is just another space, and I'm thinking I like this shape, so that's why I chose this. Anyway, let's get beyond that. Alright, so let's talk about changing the font. Right now, the style is at standard, and there is no others. So, let's go ahead and fix that. Okay, so here's how you do it. It's really easy. I thought it was here, but it's actually here. These are all your fonts, and they're already included. So you just scroll up and change it to Arial. Done. And that's it. I would change these to Arial as well. Again, keeping that same standard. And change these to Arial as well. This will be a lot easier. I don't have to do these one by one. Let's see, where is it? There we go. And just guess I have to change them one by one. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this, change it one. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and label the rest of the floor plans. I'm just going to grab this. That way I don't have to recreate it. So Command copy, Command V, and then I'm going to do that on this second floor plan, Command V. Alright, and so now that I have a copy there, I am going to go ahead and label the rooms as follows on page 4-44. I'm going to go ahead and pause. Let me go ahead and show you how I'm going to do the first one. So this is figure 4-4.3 on page 4-44. So this is the family room. And I would put your caps lock on. That way you don't have to mess with a whole lot. This, I would take the ortho off just to get it centered, and then turn it back on to make sure that it is. And you know what? Let me center this. There we go. And this is family dining. Again, just going to take the time to center that and with the move command. And these rooms, I'm just going to copy these and go up. And this one as well. Just go up into the middle. That way they are all, go ahead and delete that, lined up. And then just change them. This is foyer. Realize I didn't do that to this room. Wait, cancel. Oh, there you go. Let's change that to the middle. Middle justification. There you go. This is living room. This is formal dining. Alright, so some inconsistencies. If we're going to do that up there, we should do this down here. That way it all looks very similar. Alright, so I'm going to take the ortho off. I'm going to grab it from over here, and this is a bathroom. This is a mud room. And then the garage. And this is how I quickly label. I don't expect anyone to label how I label, but come up with your own way to get it done quick. And there you go. That is how you label. I'm going to go ahead and pause this and get the rest done on the second floor plan. Okay, so now we're going to get into dimensions and how we can change the look of the dimensions. First, let's turn to page 4-45 and type in units. There we go, units. and change this to 330 seconds. Hit OK, done. And actually, let's go back. Angle types, decimal degrees. Nope. Let's just. Oh yeah, decimal degrees is fine. Don't do degree, minutes, and seconds unless you truly understand what those are. Gradients, and radians. Yeah. Unless you understand what those are, then yeah, don't. Okay. Everything else looks good. Now type in dim style or dim style. And there you have it. So now we're going to take the standard and we're going to modify. And this is what it looks like. So we're going to change a lot of these. And what I would recommend doing is looking at the figures. I'm now on to page 4-46. Look at the figures and go one by one. You'll see stars where you need to change things. And so this needs to be by layer, by layer, by layer, by layer, and baseline spacing 3/8. And then this is by layer, by layer, by layer, and by layer. Okay, and so that takes care of the lines tab. Now we got to go move over to figure 4-4.6b, and that goes to symbols and arrows. Change these to architectural ticks. There we go, and close filled is perfect. This needs to be changed to 3/8. Oh, I'm sorry, 330 seconds. Oops. 330 seconds. Mark. Okay. Dimension break size. I want to say this is. Oh yeah, so it's right here. 1/8, and the seating dimension. Okay, let's double check this. And jog angle is 45. So, as you can see on a Mac and from page 4-46, it looks a little different, but everything's here. Alright, so now we're going to move on to the text tab. Go ahead and change this text style to Roman. It's not on there, so let's click on here and find Roman. Well, there's different kinds of Roman, so let's just go with Roman C. Nope. E. Just straight Romans. Alright. And hit apply. Close. With factors, same. Alright, cancel. Alright, now 330 seconds. And we got above. This one's horizontal stays at centered, left to right, and that is 330 seconds. And then we want aligned with dimensions. There we go. And now we're on to fit. Looks like this is the only one that needs to be changed, and this one, yeah, just those two. And onto primary units, change this to architectural, and 1/64. And everything else looks to be the same. I don't like horizontal. I like it not stacked. So it's up to you. That's how I want to look at my fractions. So that's all that is. And then just hit OK, close. And now anytime you type in dimensions, let's see. So 32, perfect. Want to make sure that this is on the dimensions. So Anno dimensions, and double click on this layer. Dim. So you could also hit DLI for dim linear. All right. So now, I know on page 4-49 it says to change it, but it already prompted me to change it. And if you look down here, it's already changed to a quarter scale. So for every quarter of an inch is equal to 1 foot. All right, so now we are getting into dimensions. And if you look at on page 4-51, tip dimensioning shortcut, look at the good example, look at the bad example. On the good example, it shows you where all the openings are. And so you see the two windows and you see the walls in between. We'll go over that right now. Look at the good example and how clean that line, those dimensions look. In terms of the bad example, you can clearly see that it is not as clean. Everything should line up. It should be easy to read. And so let's start on the... So your first lines should be your openings. And dim continued is a great way to make life easy on yourself. So it basically continues. I didn't have to do anything, so let me show you exactly what I did. Let me go ahead and erase this. So DLI, linear dimension, click right here, just bring it up, and then DIMCONT, spacebar. Now you can do right in the middle, and then at the very end, good to go, and then hit the spacebar. So I just clicked right here, and it automatically gave me the entire dimension. So my next set of dimensions, I want to dimension from here, and then bring it up. The reason why I do that is so your lines don't overlap. Alright, so now let's move on. They like to do it in the middle. I don't. I hate it. But it is what it is. So dim, continue. And we're going to go right here, to right here, to right here, to right here, to right here. Go back to DLI. And your second row is going to be from here to here. So this denotes the change of walls, the second row. and then dim continue. And here we go, and then DLI. This is the overall wall. DLI. There we go. .44. And I don't know what happened to this one, but it's not working. Alright, and then we just continue. So when I say change of wall, so the wall isn't completely straight. So when it changes an angle and it pops out like this, that's when you have to measure these things. Okay. Oop, it looks like, there we go. I had a little overlap. And so now, again, same thing. So right here in the middle. And I want to make sure I'm far enough away from here so I can get a good line. Dim, con. There we go. Measure the chimney. Middle of this. There we go. DLI. Right here. Right here. Dim continue. DLI. DLI. There we go. 32. And then DLI again. Actually, I just hit the space bar. Midpoint. And then dim continue. Midpoint. There we go. DLI. Now, this is just an overall dimension. So that's what the author shows. The reality is you're going to show the measurement of each wall where it's going to be dropped. And let me just show you what I mean by that. So DLI, so from here to this midpoint this way. So dim continued. Doing the same. I'm just trying to get the exact middle. I would actually just draw a line here and just get the midpoint. But this is 4.5 inches, so 2 1/4. I know that said 1/8, but oh well. So that's how it's normally done. And then I would put it like here. Same with this one. Alright, I moved it back, so let's see. That's why. Oop. Probably best to just draw a line like this. There we go. There you have it. So that's what I would do. Anyway, you can follow along the book or use this direction that I just gave. It's really up to you. When you get into a firm, it's gonna be how they want it. So, in fact, I would do something like this. Delete that. There we go. Change this to here. Change that to there. And you might be thinking, why is he going through this much trouble? Well, when you print out your drawings, the lines that overlap will overlap significantly and in such a way to where the ink will make them unnecessarily thicker than they should be. So that's why. And you'll see, I'll be able to see it exactly in when you plot them out in PDF. So go back to the first floor plan, do the same thing, DLI. So Command C, Command V. So I have to change the dim styles on all three of these drawings, apparently. So dim style. I wish this would have been done first, but that's okay. So just go back and repeat from 4-5 to finish. So units, 1/32. Okay. And then dim style. Modify. Architectural. Oops. Primary units. So 1/32. I'm just going fast. Fraction format, not stacked. This is primary units. For feet 0 inches. Oh, uncheck that. Oops. Uncheck that. Okay, fit. Let's go back to fit. There we go. This and annotative text. We're going by Roman. Oops, too far. Apply, close, fill color. Nope. This is 30 seconds. Above, centered, left to right, that's 330 seconds. Aligned with dimension line. Alright, arrows, this is architectural tick. Close filled. And this is 330 seconds. Brick size 1/8. Mark 330 seconds. Diagonal 45. Text height 1.5. Proceeding. Okay. Lines. This is by layer. 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 This extend beyond dim. 3/16. And then baseline scaling is at 3/8. 3/8. Oops. Go. I believe that is it. Okay. Close. And that's it. So just go ahead and continue with the layer, the dimensions. Oop, wrong layer. So make sure you hop into the right layer. There we go. Change this from 1:1 to 1/4 inch. There we go. Dim, continue. Oops. There we go. DLI. 32. You get the idea. Anyway, that's it for this video. Be sure to change the dim styles on here. Repeat steps in 4-45 all the way to 4-48 for your dim styles. I'm going to go ahead and do that. But anyway, that's all I have for today.